All right. Welcome to today's conversation. Happy New Month. Happy Black History Month. And happy birthday month to me. Yes, it's my birthday, so make sure you show me some love in the chat. It's my birthday month. My birthday is actually February 3rd. Okay, so I just thought to bring this conversation for the month of February to contribute to what it looks like from my perspective. What does it look like to really drive lasting success through the year? So what I'm going to be sharing with you is the perspective, is my perspective as a black woman entrepreneur in Canada, through my lived experiences, and also through the lens of my clients, workshop participants. I actually had a workshop last week Friday, and it was game changing because as a facilitator, one of the things that I know is I get to learn as well from my audience. And so it was really powerful to learn from them how far, what they know about DEI and how much more they're open, because we all are different phases of this journey, but just how much more can you learn as an individual, as a leader? So I'm super excited to be here, to be sharing, and I am really grateful that we can make this happen. All right, so let's get going. So for those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Esther Heftiban. I'm an inclusive leadership consultant. I'm a certified Maxwell leadership coach, trainer, speaker. My areas of focus is women empowerment, which is gender diversity, and generational diversity, personality diversity. Those are my three core areas. And I work with a lot of leaders and teams to bring this conversation home, to really have real-time conversations, which I'll be sharing with you today. So this month, I want to make sure we have a conversation-worthy month. It's Black History Month. How can we have conversations that drive value, that are sustainable? And this is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I would love for you to be part of this as well. So make sure you type in the comments below if you have any questions or if you have any comments, any experience that you've had as well. Because I always believe that we're all learning and growing together. All right, so today I really want to shine a light on what I call 3 essential elements for cultivating sustainable success. So when we talk about sustainable success, that's lasting, right? It's meaningful, it brings huge value. It doesn't mean it's one day. I believe that lasting success or sustainability is conversation by conversation. So quick disclaimer here. This is not a check the box DEI. I'm not into that at all. So those that have engaged me in conversations or workshops or keynote speaking, I don't believe in checking the box. No, I don't believe just February, then we check the box. No. If we want lasting success, then we must be willing to have conversation after conversation, taking action, remaining accountable, right? Let me know if this is resonating in the chat. So I'm going to be sharing with you 3 keys, right? I call them 3 essential elements, I call them 3 keys to help you unlock greater success. Not just in your team, in your organization, with your company, with your team, with your group, in whatever that looks like in the professional setting, but also in your personal life as well, with your family, with your children, with your partner, whatever that looks like. How could you take the tips and the strategies I'll be sharing with you today, which, by the way, are very simple yet powerful? All right. So I'm going to start with the first essential element, which I call starting with curiosity. So the signature workshop that I facilitate in the area of DEI is called Cultivating Lasting Success through DEI. And I'm bringing this as a snippet. If you want more, you definitely want to invest in having this workshop at your organization or with your team. But this first key is really important because in today's dynamic workforce, everything is evolving, especially in New Brunswick where I live. There's an influx of immigrants, and I find that employers and leaders and decision makers are getting more um, open, or I would say they're wondering, how do we make this work, right? How do we get the value? How do we um, make sure we're leveraging the value of diversity in our organization, in our province, in our city, whatever that looks like? So, with this dynamic landscape, I believe fostering diversity, equity, and inclusion isn't just a moral imperative, isn't just something that we have to check the box. It is a strategic advantage. And here is why. When we cultivate sustainable success through DEI, it helps people feel valued and appreciated. And so these three keys, I want you to take your notes. If you have a notepad, or maybe you have a phone, I want you to note these three essential elements that stand out, that really helps build that strong foundation. And the first one is curiosity. Curiosity sparks innovation and drives growth. And so in a setting where you have different diversity components, race, racial diversity, cultural diversity, generational diversity, personality diversity, all sort of diversity, even thought and perspective, they're all different diversity components. When we get curious as leaders, we spark innovation and we drive growth. Because now you're inquiring, you're exploring, right? Innovation only happens when we're willing to explore new possibilities. Now, that doesn't mean we have to be perfect, but it means we're curious, we're willing to learn and to unlearn. We open doors to new perspectives, to new ideas and solutions. And so when we embrace curiosity as a cornerstone of our DEI efforts, we're inviting diverse voices to the table. You're saying, yes, it's okay to come to the table because I want to learn more. I want to unlearn. Maybe you have unconscious biases, which we all do. But it helps you challenge your assumptions as well, because as leaders, we have to be willing to be challenged. The only way we can grow is stepping outside our comfort zone. So if you want to spark meaningful dialogue in this month and beyond, because remember I said it at the beginning, this is not a check the box. I am not in for check the box. So when people hire me, I let them know in advance. I'm willing to come in. I understand what their mission and vision is. Are you sparking a meaningful dialogue that's going to continue? Are you going to sustain the momentum? Right, very important. So curiosity is extremely important. Now I'm going to share with you a feedback that I got from the last workshop I had. So if you want to learn more about this, you want to invest in professional development for your team, for your executive leaders, for your frontline managers, then you want to make sure you send me a DM, or I will share with you at the end of this conversation how to connect. So one of the participants said, curiosity is the word that I retained from your workshop. I will focus on being more curious about others and where their thoughts and beliefs come from and what they mean to them. Now let's take a pause for a second. Can you see in this feedback the power and the value of curiosity, of getting curious as a leader, as an individual in a diverse space? Because the only way that we can actually get value from diversity and getting into equity and inclusion is really having that mindset that I want to learn more about others. I want to see what success looks like for them. What is meaningful for them? Okay? So that is the power of curiosity. So the first essential element, the first key is curiosity. Now the second one is seeking first to understand. So this is taken from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I got that right. Seeking first to understand is really powerful as well. Now, here's the reason why. As human beings, we know that we fundamentally want to be understood. Tell me I'm not alone in this. Now, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we are human beings first. irrespective of the diversity, whatever that looks like, there is a universal need to be understood. And so, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, from psychological to self-actualization, these needs unite us first before we even talk about differences. And so when we focus on this, seeking first to understand, it transcends diversity components such as race, the gender, the thought, the experiences. Not ignoring it, but acknowledging it and say we are human beings first. And so as we navigate the complexities of diversity, equity, and inclusion, it is crucial to recognize our shared humanity. Let me know in the chat if that is resonating. Let me know what you think about this talk. We're human beings first. So seeking first to understand, regardless of our backgrounds or identities, we all seek safety. Is that making sense? Does that resonate with you? We all seek safety, we seek belonging, we seek esteem, and the opportunity to fulfill our potential. And so when we ground our DEI efforts in this understanding, guess what happens? We get to amplify innovation, we get to amplify quality decision making, we get to reduce unconscious bias as well. Let me know what you think about this. The curiosity, then seeking first to understand. Now, seeking first to understand means you need to empower or boost your active listening skills because that's the bedrock of effective communication. And so when we look at personality diversity, some people are more, they have a higher tendency to listen before they speak. For people like me, I tend to speak before I listen. So I have to train my active listening muscle so that I seek first to understand before being understood. And this fuels trust. When we prioritize seeking first to understand in interactions, we're listening deeply to the experiences and perspective of others. And this is my experience. As a Black woman entrepreneur, it is not a small feat, right? But one of the things that I've learned is to help people understand my perspective and where I'm coming from. And this leads us to the third essential element, which is finding common ground. So when you look at this framework, curiosity, seeking first to understand, and finding common ground, can you see an intersection with these three essential elements, right? When you find common ground with people, guess what? Then you're able to better recognize the differences. You're able to better celebrate and appreciate the differences. Now, I take this on a deeper level in my workshop. So if you definitely want to do a deeper dive, if you know that you don't just want to stop at this taster meal, the sneak peek, and you want to have the main menu even with the dessert, then you are highly welcome to invest or learn more about the signature workshop around this topic. So going back to finding common ground, at this workshop last week, Friday, it was powerful to, I do a couple of exercises to help the team, the audience find common grounds, even though they're all different. And so in the breakout room, there was so much conversation that really opened up their mindset because in a world of differences, finding common ground is extremely crucial for collaboration and cohesion. So by acknowledging our shared humanity and values, we bridge that divide and we unite towards common goals. Now, I know it sounds like, Esther, you're making this sound like it's so easy. I know, it's complicated, it's complex, but guess what? We need to get started to get great. It is the small conversations that continues to open up our mind and we get closer to our goal. And so we need to find Easy ways to make this simple and digestible, yet powerful. Otherwise, we get overwhelmed. And so I know that if you're able to leverage these three keys, you're able to apply these three keys, you're going to unlock a greater level of innovation, of creativity, of employee retention, of having difficult conversations in a more strategic way, but you're not, you're more confident, right? You're more confident to have conversations and being curious, knowing that you're going to make mistakes, but hey, I'm willing to learn. So I'm going to ask you today, my question to you today is, what else are you going to add to this? What else are you going to add to this? I have a bonus tip for you. Be a river, not a reservoir. So you've learned this today. Maybe you feel like you've known this already. Awesome. But what if it could be a river and you could share it with other leaders in your network? Who do you know that should also be aware of this powerful key, powerful strategies? Whose life can you flow into like a river? Because a reservoir holds back. But you as a leader, you know the power of taking action. So who can you share this with? Okay. And I would like to also ask you, what would you add to this as well? What other key strategies have you found helpful and valuable in cultivating sustainable success through DEI strategies? What have you found helpful in terms of best practices? Please share in the comment below. I'd love to learn from you as well. What else would you like to add? Now, as you reflect on these three essential elements, the next question is, what are you going to do differently? Black History Month, are you going to move from check the box to sustainability? Because that's what it's all about. What are you going to do differently? Maybe book a session to learn more about this topic. Maybe your next professional development could be around this. And I'm going to show you one of the amazing feedback that I got as well. This participant said, I really enjoyed your workshop, and I like to believe that I have an open mind, but listening to you made me realize is a mindset expander. There's so many other areas to explore in this field. And the more we're willing to learn, the more as leaders we're willing to invest in our team learning, in our team professional growth in this area, the more we get better. My friend John Maxwell would say consistency and practice compound success. What if you could get 35% better? What would that look like for you? James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, talks about the power of compounding impact, of compounding success or compounding habits, right? So what if you get 1% or 2% better? What would that look like for you, for your organization, for your team, for your family? So again, start with curiosity, seek first to understand, and the last is finding common ground, right? And then whatever else that you found helpful, make sure you add as well, so that we can continue to grow in how we manage diversity, so that people feel welcome and valued. Now, at the bottom of the screen, I've shared with you the opportunity in case you want to dive deeper. And I know for sure you would like to dive deeper, because this is a conversation-worthy topic. And so if you would like to book a lunch and learn, or a full-blown workshop, or have more conversations around this, you're welcome to send us an email, or you go to the link at the bottom of the screen to book a session with me. And I would love to partner with you and your team to bring this game-changing insight and tips so that you can experience better results like never before. Now, one of the things I would like to share as well is, this is a mindset expander. It opens up your mind to new perspectives and possibilities you never imagined or knew existed. Our goal is to help leaders like you to create culture that honors and uplifts every individual, irrespective of their diversity components. imagine a world where everyone feels valued, feels appreciated. What would that look like for you? So I just want to say thank you for watching, for listening, for participating. And I really want you to understand that this conversation is going to keep going. As the month unfolds, I'm going to be sharing with you my personal experiences, my perspective, and I'll also invite you to share yours as well. Because this is how we can keep the conversation going. This is how we can have tough conversations with understanding. This is how we can challenge our unconscious bias. I look forward to having you again in the next leadership success chat. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please share with leaders in your network and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you.